Hey, Barrett Wilson here. In this video, we're talking about how to bridge the gap between things you've learned on guitar and actually playing music. Stick around through this whole video. I'll show you a routine that you can use in your practice session right away. Now, most of the time, new players get to a place where they know a few open chords like G, C, and D, or even some power chords. Now, you might have a few strumming patterns under your belt as well. So what do you do next? It's time to start testing your ability. And we need to set up some practice exercises where you're imitating what it's like to play in real-world scenarios. This is the imitating stage of your transformation from out-of-the-box beginner to a flourishing intermediate well on their way. So let's talk about rhythm guitar. Start with some chords and a strum pattern you already know. Work within a genre that inspires you. And let's take some simple acoustic pop strumming as an example. Maybe this is similar to a verse idea from a song that you're working on and trying to master. So say the chords are G, C, and D, like we mentioned earlier. Let's put this into the context of a progression. Let's take a bar of G, 1, 2, 3, 4, a bar going from C to G, maybe like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say the next bar does the same thing, C to G, 3, 4, and maybe a bar of D, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the progression we're working on. Now it's time to find the groove. Now, what does that mean exactly? When we're playing music with other musicians, or even just to a track that we're practicing with, the groove is an essential component. We're trying to sync up with the other musicians or the track. Now, when you watch professional musicians play, this appears to be almost like magic, and it kind of is. The goal is to sync up and naturally feel the pulse of the music together. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but the way we do this is with hours upon hours of practice. Okay, let me show you some of this practice. By the way, to find more in-depth lessons from complete beginner to advanced guitar learning, click the link in the description below for a free ultimate beginner guide that includes an essential chord chart, a practice plan, a walkthrough of some beginner pitfalls to avoid, and a whole lot more. Now back to the lesson. Okay, we have our chords and our progression. Now let's find our strumming pattern. Okay, so maybe it's like this. We have our G, and we're gonna play a half note on beats 1 and 2. 1, 2. We're gonna go down on beat 3 and the and of beat 3. It's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and when we're practicing, it's important to understand the ins and outs of this pattern. So what beats do they fall on? That's what I just described earlier. Beat 1, and then beat 3 and the and of beat 3. So 3 and. And then we really want to dig into, are we playing up strums or down strums? In this case, we're doing all down strums. So that's a very important designation. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, once we have this understanding and we're quite comfortable playing this pattern in free time, what we want to do next is loop one bar with a single chord with a metronome. So I'm going to turn the metronome on 60 BPM right now, and we're just going to loop this one bar until it's super comfortable. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, now it might be a little rocky at first. Maybe you don't understand the pattern, but keep that metronome going and keep finding your groove. Okay, now let's try the pattern over each single bar of the progression. So we got the first bar. Second bar was going from C to G. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, down, G, just looping this bar. Okay, so we did bar 2, and we're practicing transitioning along with a strong strum, and looping this is really helping it. So the third bar is exactly the same as the second bar, so let's do the fourth bar. We're on D here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Down, down. Okay, next what we want to do is stitch the bars together. So let's do bars 1 and 2. Here we go. 3, 4, G. 2, 3, 4, C. Back to G. And let's loop those 2 bars. 2, C, 2. Okay, nice. And as an exercise, let's try looping bars 1 to 3. Here we go. 3, 4. 2, 4, C, 2, 3, C, 2. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 4, C, 2. Okay, now you guessed it, we're going to do bars 1 through 4 all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, G, C, G, D, 2, 3, back to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, D, 2. Okay, now let's not forget, we didn't really practice that last fourth bar going back to G. So that might be something you want to practice. Let's try it. 3, 4, D, 2, 3, back to G. 2, let's go to D. 2, 3, 4, G. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're pretty comfortable at 60 BPM with this progression and the strumming pattern. So what's the next step? We have somewhat of an arduous climb up a mountain of rhythm metronome work. This is where all the hours come into play that I mentioned earlier. Now we're going to increase the tempo by 5 BPM only if we have mastered the strum pattern along with clean chord transitioning. This is kind of where you need to be a little hard on yourself, check your work, maybe record yourself at each tempo, and listen back to see if you're hitting all your marks. Only then do you bump up the tempo. And say our target BPM is 95 for the song we're practicing, that's what we're going to go to. Okay, so we've got 60, let's go to 65. Make sure and listen to the new tempo for just a bit before starting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 70 next. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 75. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's starting to get a little faster here. Now, if at any point you're not hitting those changes, make sure and go back a few BPM till it's nice and clean. But for now, we're gonna keep going. We're up to 85. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's getting a little faster. Let's try 90. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we've made it to our target tempo here, 95. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, we got there. Now, what happens in this process is a lot. It's the grunt, nitty-gritty work that we have to put in to make music feel and look natural. This is where our performance turns from stunted and mechanical in nature to more of a in-the-zone flow state. This is when it starts to become like magic. In this process, you're going to start to build muscle memory in your hands. Your brain is going to start making connections with your hands as well. Your body will start to learn and interpret rhythm in a whole new way. And you'll find some incredible avenues within the groove that you can start to naturally explore. Now, hopefully throughout this process, you become invigorated, start to see more progress, and climb out of your plateau. If all of this makes sense to you, we'd love it if you gave this video a like. You can also subscribe to the channel to stay in the know. And also, be sure to enter your email for a free beginner guitar guide linked in the description, or you can find it on the next screen. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.